Hi, Cindy here from the Post and Rail, and I've been dying to cook this for my lunch. It's a polenta dish and it's going to have some unusual mushrooms on top. And I've got this dream of serving a great big table load of the polenta, and you kind of ooze it down the middle, and then you put these grilled mushrooms that have been burnished with olive oil and balsamic deliciousness, and then you just stand around and eat it. And I would love to do that, but I'm doing a board version today. So I'm actually going to make the polenta, serve it on here with a smear of olive oil, and then put these burnished mushrooms on top and some herbs, and it's going to be fantastic. So easy. First thing I need to do though, whenever you're cooking polenta, and it's really quick to cook, but if you just cook it in water, it's going to taste of cardboardy nothingness with a hint of corn. So if you cook it in stock, it's actually going to start to taste really delicious. And it's sort of one of those things in when the stock is boiling, you stir in the polenta and you whisk it at the same time, and it will tell you how much of it needs to take. And you can always add more stock if you've got it too thick, and you can always add more polenta if it's not enough. So I'm just going to cook, this is just for me, so I don't need heaps. Although I do love leftovers, but you know, I'm just going to put this on. This was a cup and a half, I'm 100% sure of that, of chicken stock, really good chicken stock. Or if you haven't got any stock at home, you can always use stock powder in water. Either way works well. And when that's boiling, I'm going to stir in the polenta, and so that's how quick this dish is going to come together. As soon as the polenta's ready, it's ready to serve. So I better get a wriggle on with all these other things. So here I've got some unusual mushrooms. I've got this big fat one, these ones here, and these ones there. They look gorgeous and interesting and amazing, and if you can get your hands on this sort of unusual stuff, it's always fun to have a go. This big one, I can tell, is going to need to be cut, so I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to still leave it in longish strips, and what I've got behind me here is the pan getting on a high heat, so I'm going to put this little dainty ones in last, but I really feel like these ones can have some colour and some nut brownness. Once you take mushrooms past the point of their watery stage and get them to burnish, which is after that stage, you've got to hold your nerve a little bit, you get this amazing nutty flavour, which is kind of like, to me it tastes like the edges of the roast lamb in the pan bit, the sticky bit, so very meaty and delicious and buttery and gorgeous. So I've got this pan here getting nice and hot. I'm going to throw them in. I'll add a little bit of olive oil. A pinch of salt. Mushrooms love salt, and it helps the water to come out of the mushroom originally. And then as far as herb-wise go, I've got some rosemary here, but thyme is also really fantastic, and I love lemon thyme. I've got some chives, that I'll save that to the end. So that can be put aside, and I'll get some rosemary in the pan. So rosemary and thyme are both herbs that can take the heat of being in at the start of cooking. Okay, get some rosemary. And don't forget the garlic, but the garlic, if I put the garlic in at the start of the cooking, it will burn and get acrid before the mushrooms are finished. And don't forget, I really want to take them quite far and get some caramel colour. So I'll get the garlic ready, but I won't put it in until I'm just about ready to serve, when I'll up the olive oil amount in there. And then I'll give it a splash of some balsamic vinegar just to kind of deglaze the pan and make sure I get all those juices. And then I will serve it on top of this polenta, which will be ready. Now the other thing I need to do is, once I've stirred in the polenta and it's really thickened into that chicken stock, I actually want to put a decent amount of Parmesan cheese. Now really good, this is Gran Padano, one of the best you can buy. Now I'm going to grate this ready so that I'm not doing it at the last second. So it really comes together quite quickly. It's going to be delicious. bronzy brown. Never burnt, only burnished at this house. So it's time for the garlic now because these mushrooms are nearly ready. And I always zest the garlic with the skin on, pointy and down into the dish. Now that the garlic's in, I can smell it already. So I'm going to give it a quick stir. Allow that flavour to really be at its perfect point. Then I'm going to give it some balsamic vinegar, and this is going to taste amazing. Listen to the hiss. And that is done. Okay, so this is bubbling away, and I just want to get the shot of me pouring it in, and you can see how quick this is going to come together. As soon as it hits a certain heat, this polenta just thickens. Very easy to stir at this stage, and then oh, and here it goes. Here we go. So here it's now coming away from the sides. It's like liquid lava. I'm going to turn the heat off. Take it here. Now in with the parmesan and some chives. Oh, it's going to be so good. Now we're at the point of serving it up, and it smells amazing. I'm just going to dollop them here and ooze it out a little. Look at that beautiful polenta. Just going to take it out to the sides a bit. Oh my goodness. Hello, lunch. Possibly more than enough for me here, but I am hungry. Okay, now look at this beautifulness, and now on with the mushrooms in all their burnished state of deliciousness. And I want all those juices. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Look at that. And I'll put a bit more of this on the very top because I'm worth it. Let's give it some chives. Oh my goodness. And let's give it some olive oil. Do a little chefy swirl. There we go. Some made it on board. And there you have it. I'll try not to spill it off the thing, but look at that, in fact. Look at that gorgeousness. Now, my favourite part. I'm going to taste it. Oh, get some of this mix. Here we go. I love my job. I love my job. That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Handful of ingredients. The polenta is so creamy and perfectly seasoned. Like, it doesn't taste of nothing. It tastes a little bit cheesy, nice corny flavour. The texture is perfect. And the burnished mushrooms, hello. I hope you make this. You can use normal mushrooms, you don't have to use fancy ones, but these were on special, so I didn't pay full price, but I thought it was a good opportunity to use some of those unusual weird ones, and they taste so good. Thanks for watching.